back to Revise Enterprise. The very first time today we're going to try and go through a 9-mark question for you as part of the GCSE Edexcel Business Studies course 9 to 1, and the target for today is topic 1.2, spotting a business opportunity. So that's where you can see this sort of question from the segment of the course. So let's have a look at the question together, we'll read it through and we'll see if we can get you 9 marks out of 9 on this particular question. Let's have a look. So, we have a little scenario connected to this first of all, which we'll read together. It's regarding the business KFC. So it says, reading from the top, Kentucky Fried Chicken is a fast food chain that sells fried chicken. Amongst its most popular products are popcorn chicken, boneless chicken bones, and Zinzer Tower burgers. These are freshly cooked in batches in each of its 900 restaurants across the UK. In 2017, something happened. KFC changed the company it used to transport its supplies of chicken. It replaced Bidvest with DHL. Bidvest had 3 distribution centres across the UK. However, DHL only had 1. In February 2018, DHL started to have logistical problems, causing many KFC restaurants to run out of chicken, the worst thing possible. This led to a temporary closure of many KFC branches due to a poor supply of reliability. As a result of these closures, KFC started losing market share. Market share is the percentage of a market owned by a particular business or occupied by a particular business, and it's measured usually by revenue. To rival fast food restaurants such as Burger King, KFC used social media and viral advertising campaigns to apologise to customers. It also considered lowering the price of its most popular food items to win back lost customers and recapture market share. Now, there's a lot of information there. You might want to pause the video for a minute and underline some of the keywords you can see on the board. Alright? But just for the purpose of this video, we'll move on now. You might press the pause button in a second if you want to, and we'll move on to the actual question. So, the actual question for 9 marks is, in order to regain its lost market share, which it would have done when this particular incident happened, KFC is considering 2 different options. Number 1 is to lower the prices. Number 2 is using viral advertising. It says justify which one of these 2 options KFC should choose. Now, what we're going to do before we do the question is help you guys out and underline some of the keywords you might find in the question at the bottom of the board. So we'll just switch on the board here. First keyword we've got is justify. Usually with justify questions in GCSE Edexcel, you have to pick between 2 different options and choose one between those two different options. So justify means you've got to select between 2 different options. You justify which one, so you're only focusing on one of these 2 options from above here, option 1 and 2, KFC should choose. So your answer should be relating back all the time in your answer. You shouldn't just be talking about a particular general business. You should be focusing your answer specifically around KFC. So that's what the whole case study is all about. Okay. Let's have a look at a model answer now that I put together to try and help you. All right. So, how are we going to present this question and how are we going to make sure we get 9 marks? So, in your first paragraph, you are going to explain the benefits of your first option that you picked. So, what are the benefits of the option you picked? If you have picked lower prices, in your first paragraph, you're discussing the benefits of that option. And then you're laying out the traffic light system like we always use on Revise Enterprise. You point first, then explain your point, and then the impact on the KFC business. In your second paragraph, this is where you're discussing the drawbacks of your option you picked. Again, set it out exactly the same way as paragraph 1. Make your point, explain your point, and then what's the impact on KFC. And then finally, guys, in your third paragraph, this is where you conclude everything. You sum up, you evaluate. You're choosing, or you're explaining rather, why you chose that particular option. Okay? So reasons why again, and go into the traffic light system again, what's your point, explain your point, and then finally, what's the impact on KFC. Now, a little top tip for you, all right, before we carry on, if you want to just select in your answer here, one of the options to talk through throughout your whole answer, that's absolutely fine. As long as you can explain the benefits first, then the drawbacks, and a conclusion as to why you should choose that option, you'll be able to get 9 marks out of 9 on this answer. So you don't necessarily have to discuss both options. There's a little tip for you. Okay. Right, let's have a look at an answer that I put together for you. So, first benefit of viral advertising, which is option 2, all right, is that KFC can communicate clear and concise marketing messages to consumers on a global or worldwide scale, okay? So I picked option 2 as part of my answer, and I've clearly explained my first benefit related to that particular part of the option, okay? So there's my benefit. Then explain the benefit. This is the middle part of your answer, okay? This is because advertising campaigns can be shared on social media platforms such as Facebook or Twitter, enabling KFC, you're relating it back to that particular business again, to attract new audiences from around the world. Okay, so you've made your point, your benefit, you've explained your point, your benefit as well. And then what's that going to lead to for the business? Well, if we're able to communicate marketing messages to consumers on a global scale, well, it's going to lead to higher sales for KFC and potentially a greater share of the market in a very competitive fast food industry. Okay? You lay it out like that, your first paragraph, you should be absolutely fine. Right, now on to the drawbacks. So this is the middle paragraph, okay? So your first drawback of viral advertising, sticking with the same option, is that potentially it might not appeal to the correct target market for the business, okay? So it might appeal to the wrong types of customers, okay? Explain your drawback. This is the middle part of your answer. This is because the business may have conducted flawed or incorrect primary and secondary market research, which ultimately means they're aiming their advertising campaigns at the wrong clients or the wrong age, gender, income, educational level, etc. Okay? So potentially there's a problem here with viral advertising. You might be targeting the wrong types of customers. You've explained that the drawback as well in the yellow part of your answer. So what's the impact going to be? Green. This ultimately leads, guys, to lower sales for KFC and potentially struggles in accumulating more market share and resulting in reduced profits for the business, okay? So set your second paragraph out exactly the same as the first in 3 different parts. Then finally, what's your conclusion? All right, so you're picking your option again, your same option that you've talked about in your first and second paragraph. And you're saying in this part here, option 2, viral advertising, is better compared with option 1 because it is much more cost-effective option for KFC as a business. All right, it's much more cost-effective than lowering prices. This is because, so explaining your answer, viral advertising via social media is not only global, but also free, allowing KFC to conduct advertising and marketing at no additional cost to the business. All right, so you can reach out to a global audience again at no additional cost, which is a really good thing for KFC. And then finally, what's that going to lead to? This is the last part of your answer in the conclusion. Well, it's going to lead to an increased likelihood of profit increasing, market share increasing for the business. You can make a final argument as well as to why you discounted the lowering prices part of your answer, which was option 1. Whereas we can argue that lowering prices, that's option 1, which I disregarded, is likely to have a negative effect on the business's overall profits, increasing the chance of business failure. All right. So as you can see throughout my answer there, I've set it out in exactly the same way, red, yellow and green for each section in 3 different parts. Benefits first paragraph, drawback second paragraph, and then conclusion in the final paragraph. You can get 9 marks out of 9 if you do it in that particular way. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Tess and Instagram. Please leave me a like and subscribe if you like the channel, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.